good morning, good afternoon, good night. Again, depending on what time you're looking at the video, this is I and I keeping it real. Listen, I'm just walking by here and I'm looking up, I'm like, I see like falcons. I heard there's some eagles over here too. I'm like, yo, this place is interesting. But I want you guys, please take a look at the shirt in tribute and respect. I'm not trying to do no like, oh, look, trying to use them as clickbait, as I said. No, I just want to get awareness. Don't ever forget him, please. This is just an artist rendition, but Kobe, you know how he plays. You know how he plays. God bless him. I kept looking for videos. I'm like, did I make one of this shirt? I have another shirt, but I like this one in particular. It's a lot. But I wanted to make a quick video between the upcoming interview I mentioned about careers and professionals and stuff, because a lot of us have different jobs, and this is what I really call, who is essential. We worked through the COVID situation and nobody wants to talk about this much. Like, let it just go away. I want to use another word, DIE down, but too many lives are lost. Too many things happen there. And I have a lot of questions and personal views on that, but I cannot share them all on this platform because it usually happens. And if you know me long enough, and to keep it real, I got to do it in a different format or genre, depending on what you call it. But I just want to say in particular that many of us wear many different hats, many different shirts, many different careers, many different backgrounds. And I'm putting this behind me just in case any gators roll up on me in the back. I'm next to some big leaves and mangoes, and this is a state where I heard there's like at least one alligator per. I said, about 1 million alligators? I must be. I don't know. But they also got other creatures here too, so I gotta be careful because there's a lot of dogs out here as well. Everybody's dog is barking at us. Some of them, talking about dogs, can people please leash your dogs? Not the little bitty ones that just little poodles and boxers that want to come next to you, but the ones that are big, like German shepherds. Don't hate me, German. I like you, man. I like you, German shepherds. The ones that are like big Rottweilers, pit bulls. Please put a leash on them. And honestly, get a dog that you can control, because those dogs are powerful and strong. There's a reason why they're designed that way, and if you try to go handle a dog and think, oh, it's all friend, it's all good. No, I've seen some, you've seen the videos on YouTube, you've seen it on TikTok, and you've seen what happened. Those dogs, they get a bad rap because people either train them to be like rough and mean, or just like that. And just like humans, if you condition it to be a certain way, you're going to get the result. As God says, you reap what you sow. So please, train the dogs to have a nice, soft temperament, to love children, to love to be around other people and other dogs. Well, all these dogs barking at each other anyhow. All they do is bark at each other. Well, not all. Some do. Others are very nice and docile and they keep quiet and they're doing fine. Others yak at each other, and it's like you can't pass by. They want to, and then you notice if they get loose, they don't necessarily come for the other owner. They come for the other dogs. What's up with that? Why the dog? Somebody, I don't know if somebody did it yet. Can somebody create an app or something that I could understand what the dog is saying? Okay, I've seen little videos or comic skits about what dogs do. And cats, cats, you saw what happened earlier. They just want what they want and they go in and they rub your leg and they go back. But cats can risk their life to save you too, fighting against bears and snakes and other stuff. These little dogs, little bitty will risk their life to save you. I saw the videos where some of the bigger dogs, unless they're trained to be aggressive dogs, would be in a house and somebody like, a pretend robbery or something would happen. And the bigger dogs would run and, but the little dogs up in the front, blocking their owner, blocking them on their lap, everything else. Listen, when God made them, okay? People say, no, we just crossbreed. Well, here we are to ask you, which was the initial cause? Well, like the Big Bang. What was the initial start? No, I don't believe in no Big Bang, okay? If there's a Big Bang, it's Big God, okay? That's Big God if you talk about Big Bang. If you want to call Big Bang, yeah, I don't think it's just planetary accretion, as you call it. No, I think it's God. God just did it. He just did it, okay? I'm sorry, okay? Don't. I got a video for that if you want. I'll tell you some more. But, it's a platform that it's been a little, you got to walk through landmines, as I call it. But God did it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, okay? God said, let there be light. In the beginning. He's the Alpha and the Omega. There's a reason why he called. Look at Revelation, please. Okay, go back to what it's saying, because the video is going to be long, and I don't have that much memory in this phone. It's been struggling to keep up with so many videos. I'm talking about videos. I told you I talk about everything at once, right? when a YouTuber, I'm not a okay, I just put up videos on YouTube. So you call me a YouTuber, I don't know. I'm just a regular guy like you and I. I'm an essential worker, just as how you are. I, you and me are essential workers. When somebody puts videos on YouTube, I heard there's a lot of pressure to generate videos and make more videos. I'm like, that shouldn't be the case. If you don't see a video come up every day, you know, it doesn't mean it's not new, but at the same time, we need to increase our attention span, all of us, because sometimes I look also and I see videos 5, 6, 7 years old, 10 years old, or 7 or 1. And I actually do want the videos that are made like recently. And that's kind of odd. I don't know if it's a default, everybody does that. I just want the most recent stuff. So this is made recent. You can figure the year out by what you see in the clothes you wear. I mean, like how people back then had, afros and bell bottoms and all this different stuff and the hippie thing. They had stuff back then. I'm old, to some degree, but I ain't that old. But even if that's the case, age has relevance with experience. So we're gonna talk about some stuff later on regarding that. But pretty much, don't negate the videos that have longer times on them, like say when it's made 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, if someone can scrub that off, take it off, it doesn't show how long ago it was made, it'd be cool. But I think they have to do that for kind of like relevance, right? But some things relevant back then is still relevant now, like the Bible. You look at that book, you talk about any story, love, suspense, espionage, murder, debate, deceit, scorn, good and bad, power, spirits, possessions, anything, human nature. Oh, goodness. That Bible is not a regular book. I read King James in particular. That's a special book, and that's a powerful book. That book changes lives, that God says. So looking for any creatures behind that. I know God, he did stop the bears and stuff. He did stop the lions and snakes from biting Paul. I'm like, hopefully I'm going to need some of that miracle now in case one of them. Because I did see little baby snakes that run on the ground in the past. So, hey, this is God's world, and this is nature. And the nature of things did change after sin and the fall of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. So that's why we are in the mess we are right now. Okay? Hence, we need to listen to what God is telling us. Okay, I have the headpiece on here because I was listening to it. Yeah, I still use the headpiece, and I don't know if it does good with the how it sounds the phone and the acoustics when you make a recording. So I'm not taking a chance. I just kept it in because I'm listening to some reggae music. I like reggae music, conscious vibes, and you must got something you like also. But reggae music has saved my life in many things. The songs, the rhythm, the lyrics, the beats, powerful. Like Bounty Killer, like Beanie Man, like all these guys there, And when they're not cursing, I'm good. A lot of times they talk about the dancehall and some stuff. Yeah, a lot of it kind of, some of the dancehall music can sound kind of promiscuous and stuff. But I like lovers rock and stuff. So, they make what they make. They are who they are. I don't knock them. I ain't gonna judge them. I've been saying, from their rhythms, I got a nice rhythm beat, and the music just kind of works. It works. I don't play too much because it can put you in a certain mindset. I used to listen to Wu-Tang and stuff also, and all these things there too. And depending on what it is, I'm like, hey, like you see these videos? Do you see me making any cursing? Some of my words, when I say it fast, can sound like if it's a curse or some kind of bad thing. No, I don't curse. I refuse to curse. Okay, so if you ever say, he cursed, nope. He said it, nope. And don't go by what you see in the captions also. Some of the captions can be wrong. You keep up with me? You remember the Micro Machines guy? I can give him a run for his money, man. You talking fast? I talk fast if you want to talk fast. You want to talk fast? I talk fast. I know what I'm saying too in the meantime. I talk fast if I want to, but I can also slow it down. So just keeping it real here. So I'm saying, get to know people and talking about essential workers. Every one of I and I are essential workers, okay? From the people cleaning, well, I'm not talking down to them as a negation or saying as like where the level they are. We're all equal across the board. Equal. Okay? Environmental is equal to respiratory, equal to doctors. Okay? Barbershop is equal to respiratory, equal to doctors. I'm not putting anybody down. We're all humans because take off the shirt. We're all human beings. We're all subject to the same laws of physics, the same laws, okay? We're not gods. But we have the talents that God gave us that we should use for his honor and glory. Okay? Take up the shirt. You're just the same. Listen, in the hospital, I got people who came into the hospital here who were like little bitty babies. I call them fresh out the press. Little bitty bitties. I love them so much. They're so feisty. I like them. Right? In NICU. Then you got peds. These little kids and their parents. Amazing. And then you got... Don't put no disclaimers on this thing. I know what I'm talking about, okay? I worked there a long time ago. I don't know everything. But I know enough to say, hey, I've seen enough. I understand a lot of that, okay? I love my job. I love what I do. I'm a respiratory therapist, okay? Can't believe it, right? He's like chasing cars. I chase a lot of things, but mainly cars and cars. Okay, cars, and I like things. So I like music stuff. I like different songs. I like country western. I like new house. I like new models things. I like to see modern stuff. I like old stuff too. I like Transformers. I love Transformers. I love Godzilla, Kong. I love those things, man. Yo, bring it. Sci-fi, I like that kind of stuff. And dinosaurs. I'm like, could you imagine if we lived in a time when dinosaurs existed? I like a lot of things. So when you see these videos, you're going to learn a lot about I, including about yourself. And say, hey, if we got something in common, put a like in there, okay? I got to say those things because, it does make a difference when you hit that little thumbs up icon and when you hit the subscribe things, it makes a difference. So I'm telling you, we're all essential, okay? Whether you doing landscaping or you car washing or you building the next bridge or the next engineer, think about it. When you're on the table, when you're unconscious, doctors, nurses, what's it? You know what that guy said? The guy that does the job, dirty jobs, everybody, presidents, everybody, we're all on the table. We may not all get the same level of care, sadly to say, not because I'm doing that, or other people doing that, but it's that this status thing of people thinking that they're above you, that they're above you, that if they're born into this, we're of the higher echelon, we're of the Duchess of Cambridge, and we're of the Knights of the Bath, we're something, we're holy, we're special. Don't come near me, I'm better than thou. No, I'm not, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I just may come in a different shade. People say, he look dark, he look brown, he look black, he's African American. Man, I call myself Godiva chocolate. Godiva chocolate. Now, Godiva, I'm not trying to, if you go talk about, I'm talking bad about you and flag me because you're thinking I'm ugly. And if I'm ugly, I'm saying I'm representing you. Okay, so don't go messing and flogging. I know, I think, because I take this shirt off, I got like 5 shades darker since I've been in Florida. They've been roasting me, man, because I've been doing backyard stuff, trying to save money. I've been building fences in the backyard. I've been building fences in the backyard with God's help in the hot sun. I'm talking about that. Can somebody make a device that I can put on, like an umbrella type, that can shade me from the heat and keep me cool? When it gets hot here, it's hot. It's like the Caribbean. It roasts you. Philippines the same way. You put on these things, you go out in the sun. You got to go early or evening. And I'm like, wow, can somebody make this stuff already and bring it to a market that's reasonable? A bodysuit, something I can put on that can keep me cool. I saw stuff in the past you can put in your hands and feet. Where is it? I got things here. I mean, the sun roasts you, makes you sleep, and listen, be careful working in the heat also. It can give you a heat stroke and mess you up. I know what I'm talking about. I had patients come in there who worked in the hot sun with fevers. They swell up. It can turn bad. Be careful. Be careful. Take care of your health and your body. No job is more important than your health and safety. That's what I'm watching behind here. And this is not my job fully, but I'm trying to see if I can make it a job. Make sure there's nothing sharp coming behind me, no creatures crawling behind me or something. But you are essential. Everybody's essential. I call the video that. Everybody's essential. Even the pets. We are all essential. From the little bitty ant to the massive, what's the biggest thing? Whales? No, I like T-Rex. No. Godzilla. So itty bitty to Godzilla. Kong? Yeah. Kong, King. Whose side you on? I like both of them. All of them. The Mutos. Optimus Prime. You remember how small they were? Look how big they are. I like that. But bring more characters in it that we remember from the past. Bring the past and make it more modern. Bring it. Bring it. So we're all essential. This is a video going to call We're All Essential. God bless you. We're going to catch up, okay? Because I got to get back and make a video about the RT stuff. I'm going to use my memory. Take you. Not my memory in my head, my memory in the phone. Apple, thank you. You did make a very good product. I said before I like Androids. I do because that's what I can afford. So Apple, if you do make them, can you bring the prices down? Why every time the price comes up higher? Every time I see a new model, oh, he hating now. Oh, he stepped in it now. I'm keeping it real, right? Apple people say, this guy's yakking to himself on the phone. Is he arguing somebody on the phone? He may be arguing his wife or something. No, I'm just talking. I'm not yelling. I'm just talking. Apple, if you make the products, can you keep the prices low? And like everything, it's like tuition in schools. Why the prices keep rising higher and higher? And we just say it's the same level of education. Come on. And Apple, every new model comes out, i1, i2, i3, i4, i5, and they're all called smart. So if I don't buy one, I'm not smart. I see many people driving around with smartphones, smart devices, and doing what it's supposed to. So if I don't have a smart device, a smart meter, a smart watch, smart this, I ain't smart? I ain't smart? But you do make good products, so I can't knock you on that. So I'm saying, like the same thing as a car. It's because I can't afford it. You remember the other videos I did with Ryan and them at Sport Miles and North? Just because you can afford the stuff doesn't mean you're not essential. That's because you can't say buy such and such, you may be living on minimum wage. Doesn't mean you're not essential. Just because you cannot speak as eloquent as I love to hear the British talk. Not to mess with them. I love to see them talk. Yeah, yes, sir. Good day, or even Australians. Good day, mate. I like to hear. I like to hear when Japanese talk. Japanese animation. Nani piccolo. Oh, I love to hear. I heard it from animation. I love to hear Japanese people talk and Chinese people. Yo, I like to hear different languages. Even and you say I talk fast. Have you heard some languages from other countries? Spanish and Indian other stuff, or different Pakistan. I hear them talking different languages faster than I do. So they're essential too. So this caste system of people thinking it's like you're born into it and you stay in it. No. God made us all equal across the board. But here's something too. If people don't follow and respect God's law, because He's essential. If you don't respect God's law, they're not going to respect man-made laws or themselves. And who determines who laws need to be made legal and made? Who determines the laws in the first place? Okay, some laws just make no sense, but some do. You know, drive at a certain speed, be careful and be cautious in turns and everything. Those I understand. But some laws don't make any sense. How is it I can wear a bikini? Well, not me, but you know, I because you and me and you might be wear a bikini in a beach, but I can't wear it in the street because I'm in decent exposure. But other states it's legal, other states it's not. Come on, be consistent here. Who are making these laws? And I always thought the courts were always going to be talking about. They always go by what godly laws are and all the laws of the land. But we've seen some decisions come down over the years, and I'm like, we have one official who says that they didn't even know what a man or woman is. She's now a Supreme Court justice. How do you qualify for such things? And maybe they need to take some regular people off the road, or not on laying on the road, but some regular people walking on the streets and just say, hey, you want to be in Congress? You want to be a president? You want to be something? I think sometimes put a common I guess I said the same thing, right? Put a regular, what can I say now? Put an individual that's not, say, linked to certain groups or parties, or maybe grouped to a certain club or certain demographic. You know what? Put another individual. Put an individual there that's not tied to something possibly questionable. Put him there. Let him talk. Let them see what they can do. But look at their qualifications. Judge them by the content of their character, their background and history. You need to be qualified for what you're talking about. You need to know what you're talking about. You notice when I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm saying just in case. I don't know what I'm saying just in case. So I don't know everything, and I don't claim everybody does too. But don't think that everybody's better than you just because they have this and this, because they have a lab coat on or scrubs on or something. We're all human beings too. Just because you're in a pulpit, you're in a pastorship, or you have a frock or what is it? What the monks and nuns wear? What the people in different? Talk about it. I like to see the kimono stuff. I like to see. You miss the old kung fu movies, like the old kung fu movies, like Treasure and those places. I like the outfits. I like the hat. I like those rice paddy hats. I like those hats, and it's like the samurai stuff. I like the outfits. Yo, the clothes, the Floyd's bag is nice. Old kung fu. I like the old kung fu stuff, the hand stuff. And the new ones are cool too, but you know, something gotta keep it to laws of physics. Remember, we're not God, so I'm not, and there's no ghost. So people walking on leaves, flying in the air, bamboo that go over 20 feet. Seriously, unless you're Usain Bolt or something, you be honest. Don't get me in trouble. And those people in Marvel and DC Comics, I like Superman and Batman, all this. I like those guys too, and the Hulk. I like Juggernaut. Wolverine, I like all those guys. But when it comes down to it, if it's not a green screen, is it real? I like Godzilla and Kong, but I know they're not real. They're sci-fi, but I like it. And you have Comic-Con and all these different things. They have a lot of different things. I can talk about a lot of different things. I'm just saying we have a lot of different things in our backgrounds. You see me, I'm a product of a lot of things, okay? And I thank God is more good in here than bad, because I have a nature that's, it can come out, it can get out if it gets, if the wrong spirit gets in there. But that's only if you disrespect God, then the other nature comes out. But I'm going to be angry, but I'm not going to sin. But I will let you know, God didn't make no pushover, okay? Remember Nehemiah? I'm not promoting violence, but I'm saying, remember, read the story of Nehemiah. Work with one hand, but keep something else in the other. Not promoting violence, not insinuating stuff, but there are times when these things are apropos or needed, okay? So you want to stop a lot of the violence happening in some places? You need more law and order. Need more stronger families and homes. Need more essential people to step in and be essential as they were supposed to be. But when you tell them they're not essential, what you expect? If you tell them if I tell a child not essential, or a pet is not essential, what happens then? So if you really want something, plant something good. You want the best? Plant the best. You reap what you sow. God is right.